Well, it's Memorial Day weekend, and guess what? The boat's not finished. So that's a shocker. I really would like to be on the lake this weekend, but it's just not going to happen. So the good thing is we got a 3-day weekend to get as much as I can done on this boat. We got a lot of work to do before putting down the deck. Now I can't put it down this weekend if I get to that point, because I don't have the gas tank back from the repair shop to make sure that it was, they're going to pressure test it. So we can at least get everything done. I don't think we'll get there even in 3 days, just because the steps that we still have to do is I have to cap the stringers, which I'm going to do today. Once the stringers are capped, we have to cut the deck, dry fit the deck. Then we'll have to make the cleats, to screw the cleats on, and then we have to completely coat everything in that Red Guard stuff, which is pretty cool. I picked it up the other day, and we'll get it installed hopefully this weekend. Let me think, is there anything else going on? Oh yeah, I got the deck. I bought all the wood for the deck. I'm going with 5/8 inch, which is actually 19/32, so it's a shade under 5/8 of an inch, and it's closer to a real 1/2 inch than anything. I went and picked up some 1/2 inch, and to be honest with you, in this big boat with as big as the spans are, I don't see how you can not get flex even when you put foam in. So it's one of those things. It's a little extra weight. I think it's 30 pounds or 20 to 30 pounds per sheet, but they're not using a whole sheet, and so you're talking extra 75 to 100 pounds total that you're adding to it, but the stiffness just is unbeaten or unmatched. So I want that stiff deck. I want a nice solid feel that we don't have to worry about for years to come. So anyway, let me show you the 5/8, what I've been doing here. I've had this sitting out for 2 days. Yesterday was 96 degrees and the wind is blowing about 40 miles an hour. So after about another 40 minutes, the sun bakes on these all day long. I'm about to flip them so that way we can bake the other side, just to make sure that they're 100% dry. And in this heat and wind, it doesn't take long for them to dry. I mean, honestly, they're pretty dry already, but we want to just make sure. And that's another thing is, I'm glad I'm not on the lake today. You see those trees moving? It's 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's already gusting well over 35 miles an hour in some circumstances. And it's just sustained at 20 to 25, so you can imagine what the whitecaps are going to be this weekend. And the lake is cold. Somebody told me that it's not even in the 70s yet because of all the rain we had this past week. So you know what, I'm not worried about it. I'll just work all weekend. Bad thing is it's supposed to be 98 today, and just the humidity is supposed to be off the charts. So it's not really bad right now, and I think the wind's really going to help. Oops, just hit the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncover it. I'm going to take my DA sander to everything. I'm not going to, I've been having a lot of problems with this camera getting dust in it, so I'm not going to videotape doing the sanding and everything because I don't need to spend another $300 or $400 on an HD camera. So I'm just going to take my DA sander and go on where the tops of the stringers are, where the mat or the 1708 comes out. There's some boogers every so often. I'm just going to sand all that down really good. I know exactly where I need to, I have one stringer that's too high. I'm going to sand that down so it's nice and even. But other than that, I'm just going to sand those down, get it ready, and then I'm going to clean this out really, really good. I'm going to start cutting 1708 to cap the stringers. Alright, that took me about an hour and a half, and I have buzzed every bit. All these stringers, I've touched everything with 80 grit and a DA sander. So that way I can wrap my cap around the top of the stringers. All you're doing basically, this isn't like grinding with a flat disc. You just want to basically, oh, where's my DA sander? I don't know, you just basically want to go down about, let's say this is the top of the stringer. Right here's the top, and maybe the 1708 comes to here. You want to rough all this up, and you want to rough down as far as you're going to go with your 1708. You're not trying to really grind the crap out of it. All you want to do is smooth it out, get rid of the shiny stuff, and give it something for the tooth that needs to have ridges for the stuff for the poly to adhere to. And basically get rid of any things that are sticking up, because the 1708, when it dries, sometimes you get some little stickies that stick up like that on the edge, and those things hurt when you hit them with your fingers. So you want to make sure all that's nice and knocked down, which I just did on the top of the stringers, all over the place. So now what I'm going to do is I just finished cleaning out my vacuum cleaner for the umpteenth time, and yeah, I know there's something called a Dust Magic or something like that attaches to it, but I tried ordering it the other day, and they were out of them. And they're supposed to be pretty good. What they do is they go in between your hose and your vacuum cleaner, and it helps the cyclone function happen. So therefore all your dust goes in there instead of into your filter. So you don't have to clean your filter nearly as much. So no, I don't have one of those. I'll try to order it again because I'm sure I'm going to have to do this again. We'll put the deck down, sand it, and all that kind of stuff. One thing I'm learning is I'm not going to use a 1708 for the deck because it runs like pantyhose. If it gets a chip, I mean, you'll get a whole run that goes across. So you do not want to do that. This stuff is kind of delicate whenever you hit it with something in the edge, and it just runs like crazy. So I'm going to go get a whole bunch of 6 ounce woven, and we'll do the deck initially with the chop strand, and then we'll come back with the woven on top of that, and that will give it a nice smooth texture when we're all said and done. So I'm gonna go in there and vacuum everything out and wash it out and get this thing completely dust free. It'll probably take you another hour to do that, and then we'll start cutting 1708 and stapling it on to cap the stringers. Okay, this is gonna be proof of concept. Not sure how this is gonna work, but this is my idea. And I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but I think this is going to be I think this is going to work out okay. Capping the stringers is real tough to go with, and I didn't want to round these off to take away surface area for the deck to sit on. So what I did is I took my stapler with completely marine grade staples, and I've stapled on both sides and pulled it tight. Now you can see it's kind of ruffled up right there. That'll all lay down. I'm not worried about it. Don't forget to wipe it with acetone. I did. So on one of them. The other two I'm okay. Had to rip it all up, take all the staples out, start over. So anyway, it's working pretty good. I'm going to do this one last one. We're going to go ahead and poly these in, see how they lay down, and I'll update you to let you know if this worked out or not. I think it's going to work out okay, but not quite sure yet. Okay, that did not come out as good as I thought it was going to. So my next little layup here, I'm going to try to do it strictly by hand, just by doing it, wetting it out instead of stapling it down. And if that works as good as this, I'm happy. I still have some air bubbles on top of the stringers. They're not terrible, but it'd be a lot easier than having to staple everything down and go from there. So this stuff's already kicked off. I'm gonna put the little support back across here and get my tent going again because this sun is killing me. I thought maybe we can get some breeze going through here, but it's kicking off the resin way too quick. I'm getting about 5 to 10 minutes of working time out of it. So I'm gonna put the tent back over me, and might be able to get a box fan in here and get some cross flow going or something like that. But I'm gonna try to clean this up real good and lay it down manually this time and see if we get anything like creasing the 1708 really good. See if that'll help. If it does this, if I get the same results, we'll just run with that instead of stapling everything. So that's the update so far. It's hot. I've got my third shirt now. I've soaked through all of them. It's about 94 right now, and it's hot. I'd much rather be at the lake, but you know what? I'm not. So get the boat done. Oh, okay. The stringers are capped. It's been a long day. It's about 99 degrees here. Temperature humidity index about 105. It's really hot. The stapler is the way to go. I tried doing this stringer without it. It took me twice as long. So yeah, stapler it definitely saved me some time. It's by no means perfect. I tell you, I'm not real happy with this. It's not my best work, but going up and over those stringers is very, very hard. There's just no way to get rid of it. And this stuff is kicking off so fast, even in the lowest ratio. There's just not a whole lot you can do about it. But I mean, it looks good. I'm happy. I'll be done with it. I'm starting to get the it's the end of the day, and I'm starting to get the I don't care is real bad. That's the time to stop. When you say I don't care about what it looks like, you know what? That's not good. So needless to say, I'm done for Saturday. I'm gonna go up to the pool. It's open and it's hot. I'm gonna go jump in and wash some of this nastiness off. So we'll let this all go off overnight and make sure it's completely cured off. I'll come in here and sand down any little booger spots and get this ready, and then we'll put the cleats in there. The cleats, will cut them to the right length, and then we'll just soak them in resin really good. I'm not going to wrap them in fiberglass because that's just completely overkill for what we're trying to do. We'll just soak them in resin, be done with it, and then move on from there. But That's it for me today. I'm pooped. I'm ready for a beer.